everyone, Aaron with Elite Water Sports, and I'm checking out the new S27 Pivot by Naish, this bad boy. I'm gonna go out on the 9 or the 10 today. It's kind of teetering between 22 and 26, maybe a little bit more here in a little bit. We'll see what happens. But man, I gotta tell you, check out the bag, the vented area, so your kite, if it's wet, it's gonna dry out. It is spacious, unlike other designs, you know. There's some companies out there that are making these bags smaller and smaller, and let's be honest, Naish was on that route many years ago, and now they've increased the bag size. As you go up in sizes, the bags also go up in size, so you don't get that catch-22 of bigger kite, smaller bag. Anyways, the overall appearance of the whole setup is super clean and easy. Simple bag with vents and pockets on the inside, and of course all your features of having like the pump on the outside, the board holders, and also the bar holder. So it has the features that people are looking for, but in a minimalist design, so you don't have a 20-pound bag with your kite, you know, so traveling makes it easier. Comes in this really nice little wrapped, like a Christmas gift. Looks like featuring also their Quad Tex materials and their really cool Naish branding of colors. Just all out. Everybody knows that Naish makes it a beautiful, strong, long-lasting product. And remember, just recently, in the last couple of years, they've gotten rid of that crazy octopus system and went with a simple one-pump design with big inflate hoses going to the struts. So it's going to pump up a lot faster. Now, they did change the bridles around. These are going to be kind of on the techie side to kind of get dialed into the kite. You know, as you get more used to your equipment, you can start messing around with bar tension and the flare of the canopy when you sheet in on the bar. Of course, on the wingtips, you're still going to have those adjustability points, just like, you know, standard kites on the market, okay? More turning speed right out on the wingtip, less turning speed as you get away from the wingtip. Just think about leverage on that. Looks like a simple bridle system with no pulleys. I don't see any pulleys, which is nice, so you don't have those items that need to be repaired or replaced years down the road. And a simple connect, man, not a lot of crazy options and stuff, just looks like more of a plug and play. And then, you know, becoming more and more a standard to the industry is just this fill valve. But what they changed about their setup, okay, is that now you don't have this bulky fill valve that's going to cut into your canopy, or when you're like packing up your kite, it's not smashed in there. They made it a low profile. Look at that, with the vent open, so now you're not going to have to worry about this piece closing in on it when you're folding up the kite. Now the kite's going to deflate easy and fast. So you open that up, and then you have this almost like an SUP. You just plug it in there, fills up, no resistance, so you don't have that resistance on the pump. So just a real fast, easy pumping system. And when you're ready to get done with your session, you pop your kite, boom, push that in, boom, your kite is popped and ready for packing. It looks like they also decreased the pressure, 7-9 PSI instead of those whopping 12 and 13 PSIs that's, you know, years past they've been seeing. But overall, I think it's time to get out on the water. All right, guys, just got done with a session, about 22 to 26, nothing crazy, you know, high winds or anything. I was on the 9, S27 Naish Pivot, and you know, it's a typical pivot. Pivots are made to be more of a free ride kite, but give you long lasting, big air kind of feel, but yet have a pivotable design so that when you're doing free ride, as far as like straight downwind, it'll actually back up in the window and stay placed and give you power the whole entire ride. So it does have that feature. It has the DNA of the Pivot. I'd like to say that they probably made it a little bit higher aspect. I feel as if I was getting a little bit longer hang time than the normal Pivots or years before. So maybe they're gearing a little bit closer to big air than they are back into the surf realm. You know, who's to say? I'm a different rider than most, you know. I was on the slow setting on the wingtips, and I definitely was on a small bar. I found that the slower setting and the small bar, I really had to muscle the kite around a bit. It did loop extremely well. I was really enjoying that. And the feeling on the bar was that there's a sweet spot, a very extremely distinct sweet spot, an on-off switch. That was only about a 3-inch travel of the bar. As the wind increased, that sweet spot also just kind of shifted a little further at the bar, which made it extremely predictable and extremely like on-off. I could really throttle it, okay? And you know, other companies on the market, they have these really long sweet spots and you're just always kind of floating up and down on the bar. And this kite provided like a really solid, very condensed, like, you know, I knew exactly how much power and where to get it from, which is really cool. So I would say that, you know, hey, if you want to get all loopy and stuff, go with the 9 on the faster setting on the wingtip, and maybe the small bar if you are a little bit on the muscular, you know, stronger side. If you went to the slow setting, I think that generally is for everybody. That's probably why Naish out of the bag keeps it on that setting. Looping it, I did have a slight flutter on the trailing edge, which wasn't too bad. I could hear it every once in a while, but that was when I was being extremely aggressive with that pivotable kind of like turn where you're really jamming on the bar, trying to get that kite around as fast as possible. But if I slowed those loops down, it can't be, say, tight and firm the whole entire time. And definitely, like, as far as the rigidity of the frame, I only put about 9 PSI in there, and there's no sponginess, like what I call is jellyfishing in the sky. The frame was extremely strong. And additionally, I like to say, like, the kite does fly off the front line a bit, so the back lines are a tad bit on the slack side unless you're sheeted in and really going for it. You know, so some people like that, some people don't. I think more or less it's a 50-50 draw. It doesn't really, you know, sway one way or the other on how slack the lines are or how tight the front lines are, okay? So overall, I think it's a kite for everybody and anybody that's looking for a free ride, downwind, cruising, wave, all that good stuff. So this is Aaron. That's my opinion on the kite. You know, I like it. I think you should try it. I think it's for everybody. So catch us at the shop or out on the beach. Call us 727-800-2202. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got a whole bunch of tips and tricks and you know, professional videos coming out, even for the beginners all the way through advanced people. All right. So check us out. Thank you. Catch you later.